Hello, leaders. Welcome to Run to Your Leadership Challenges, the daily show that provides tips and techniques to help you navigate the leadership challenges you face every day. I'm your host, Paul Grau Jr. from the CLC Team, and we work primarily with military leaders to help them be the absolute best leader they can be. Our primary goal here is to help you lead from your very best self. Because let's face it, everyone deserves a great leader. So let's jump right into today's topic.
Now, this episode was by far the most difficult challenge that I've ever had to face in my life. It's a tribute to my dad, who died on March 22nd, 2018. Now, I'm not going to do another tribute per se, but I am going to tell you a little bit about this past year without my dad so that maybe you can learn something. This past year without my dad has been up and down. I'm going to be honest with you. There have been, of course, all the firsts. You know, the first opening day of baseball, which was only a week or so, or like a day after his funeral, I think. You know, you had the first day. We went through his first birthday without him, the first World Series without him. And believe me and my dad were big baseball fans, and we used to talk a lot during baseball games. So all those first times watching a Yankee game without him, of course, the first Thanksgiving and Christmas without him. And, you know, I'm not going to lie, there were many, many tough days that just out of the blue, I would start crying just thinking about him, including about 5 minutes ago when I re-listened to episode 32. I cried like a baby. And, you know, I mentioned in the original episode how his passing was so sudden. Heck, I had talked to him just the day before. And when the phone rang on March 22nd, that afternoon, I looked at my phone and I thought it was him. Well, you know, nothing could ever prepare you for that phone call. I've often thought over the past year about how he went so fast without hardly any warning. And I wondered if it's easier to have someone fade away with a terminal illness so you can say your goodbyes and so you can prepare yourself for that. But personally, man, I'm glad he went quickly. After all, that's exactly how he wanted to go. So he got his wish. Now today, as I reflect back over this year without my dad, you know, I want to offer you this piece of advice. No matter what your relationships are with your loved ones, make amends and reach out to them. Make an effort to go see them, or at least get some kind of schedule going where you can call them on a routine basis. The bottom line is, don't take for granted that you can pick up your phone or drop by their house to say hello. I'm horrible at this, I'll have to admit, and I know I need to call my mom and sisters more often, so I'm going to add it to my calendar to ensure that I make the time. And maybe you should do the same thing. You know, me and my dad had a relationship that I wish every father and son could have. And our last words that we said to each other were, "I love you." A lot has happened over this past year, but one thing that hasn't changed is the love that I have for my dad. He may be gone, but he's surely not forgotten. And that love that I had for him and have for him has not even begun to dwindle in the least bit. And a large part of him lives on within me. So if your loved ones are still with us, go give them a hug. Or as a minimum, pick up the phone and give them a call. If for nothing else, just to say I love you. That's it. I love you.
Hey, as always, thank you for listening. So we have some big things going on here with our online membership group for leaders. It's actually growing, and we're adding a new group specifically for military leaders. Now, we're still working out all the details and bonuses that will be included. But for now, please help us spread the word. This group will be a place where military leaders can learn new skills, refine older skills, and have deep discussions with like-minded leaders who actually get exactly where other military leaders are coming from. We're going to tap into everyone's expertise, and the group members will help bring out the very best in each other. So keep tuned in, and please be sure to let any military leader that you know about this group, and that will be up and running very, very soon. This is going to be different than any other leadership development group out there. So be ready and, man, get excited. Hey, that's it for today. And until tomorrow, run to your challenges.